Hello, my name is Marcello. Welcome to the Source AV Design Group's YouTube channel. Today we are excited to introduce the new Lyric 2 closed-back headphones from Meze Audio. In this video, I will compare them to the original Meze Liric and the new DCA E3 closed-back headphones and try to help potential buyers decide on which headphones may best fit their preferences. This video will primarily discuss my impressions of the headphones regarding build quality, look and feel, comfort, and sound quality when paired with a few different headphone amplifiers and Dacs, such as the Chord Hugo TT2, Hugo 2, and Ferrum Audio's Hypsos Vandala Ore Stack for solid-state headphone amplifiers and Dacs. I will also pair the headphones with a couple of tube amps, the Wu Audio WA22, fed by the Chord Hugo 2 as the DAC, and the Macintosh MHA200, fed by the Chord Hugo TT2 as the DAC. If you follow our YouTube channel, you know I am a fan of Meze headphones. However, the original Meze Liric is a set of headphones I just don't jive with. The next generation Lyric 2 was developed with community feedback to deliver an even better listening experience along with a beautiful new striped ebony finish. According to Meze Audio, the second generation of the Lyric has a new sound profile tuned up to offer a compelling blend of clear, accurate audio performance with a touch of warmth. Meze achieved this new sound signature with some physical changes by introducing a new QWRM or quarter wavelength resonator mask, which is a precision crafted metal plate that strategically covers select openings in the driver frame, effectively attenuating high frequency peaks above 7 kHz for a smoother listening experience. This change is a game changer for the Lyric line, as I was one of the listeners who felt the original Lyric was a fatiguing listen due to its high frequency peaks. As you can see in the B-roll footage, comparing the Lyric 2 with the OG Lyric, the QWRM is on the top portion of the driver design, whereas the OG Lyric has nothing. So this second generation Lyric is more than just a tuning change. Meze has introduced some new technology to improve the sound of the Lyric 2. This is refreshing, as many manufacturers will make subtle changes to tunings and repackage headphones, saying they are an evolution when they are not. The Meze Lyric 2 is an evolution and one for the better. Meze also did away with the leather-clad cups of the OG Lyric and opted for warmer sounding and looking striped ebony cups. I love this quote regarding the new Meze Lyric 2 from Antonio Meze. Developing great headphones means listening to a lot of music, but also listening to our community carefully too. Well done. The Lyric 2, according to Meze, features state-of-the-art planar magnetic technology developed by Renaro and re-engineered for day-to-day use. The isodynamic hybrid array was scaled down and tuned to deliver an audio experience in line with its larger counterparts in Empyrean and Elite. Each driver is hand-assembled and tested in Renaro's specialist workshops in Ukraine. Another big plus on the Lyric 2 is they now feature what I consider the best earpad coupling system in the industry, joining the Elite and Empyrean, featuring magnetic earpads that can easily be replaced. Meze Audio, founded in 2011, has been making some pretty big moves recently with their new Empyrean 2 and now Lyric 2. The Lyric 2 now comes with Meze Audio's premium hand-braided copper cable as standard with a 4.4mm termination. The 1.5 meter length of the premium cable is on the short side and is supposed to be for on-the-go listening. The other included 3-meter 3.5mm terminated TPE cable with a 1/4-inch adapter has been provided for at-home listening. As a consumer, I would have liked to see this reversed and have the premium cable be in the 3-meter length and the TPE cable in the shorter length for on-the-go listening. I understand there are likely some additional costs associated with doing this. However, that premium cable is a bit short for at-home listening unless you're sitting fairly close to the amplifier, and that is the cable I prefer of the two cables included with the Lyric 2. The second generation Lyric has a frequency response of 4 to 92,000 Hz, an impedance of 61 ohms, a sensitivity of 100 dB, and a THD of less than 0.15%. The weight of the Lyric 2 is 427 grams, and the pads, headband system, and ergonomics make the Lyric 2 incredibly comfortable to wear with very reasonable clamp force. The openings of the pads accommodate my medium-sized ears quite well. Those with larger ears may want slightly larger openings. However, I think most listeners will find the headphones extremely comfortable with beautiful build quality to match. The Lyric 2 has luxurious packaging, a superb travel case, and a pouch for the included audio cables I discussed earlier, which maintain their 3.5mm terminations to the headphones. So if you have other premium cables in this termination, you should be good to go. Meze continues to make some of the most beautiful looking headphones in the world with their attention to detail, brilliant design choices, and incredible partnership with Renaro. The second generation Lyric will be available for pre-order on March 7th at $2,000, the same price as the original Lyric. Some other key notable changes between the Lyric 2 and the OG Lyric are the new impedance of 61 ohms found in the Lyric 2 versus the 30 ohm impedance of the OG Lyric, as well as the slightly heavier weight of the second generation Lyric weighing 427 grams versus the lighter 391 grams of the OG Lyric. The Lyric 2 is somewhat less efficient than the OG Lyric, but both headphones are relatively easy to drive. So the new Lyric 2 closed-back headphones surpass all my expectations regarding look, feel, and comfort with superb build quality, which should be no surprise if you have ever owned or experienced a set of Meze headphones firsthand. Let's talk about my sound impressions of the second generation Lyric headphones and how they compare to the OG Lyric and the new DCA E3 closed-back headphones. Comparing the Lyric 2 with the OG Lyric, the sound is thankfully a departure in many ways from the original Lyric. I say this genuinely as a fan of Meze Audio. The mid-range of the Lyric 2 sounds a bit fuller and less pulled back, the bass regions express tighter and more dynamic, and most importantly, the treble doesn't sound peaky and fatiguing as it did when listening to the original Lyric. Some would call these changes in sound an evolution. Still, I would also dare to call them a revolution in sound that will make the Lyric 2 a superb option in the closed-back headphone world and headphones I can more easily recommend, something I struggle to do with the originals. Let's dig in a bit further. When listening to music with vocals, the Lyric 2 does a much better job of replicating vocals more naturally. In contrast, the OG Lyric presented vocals that were relatively thin and shouty sounding on some productions. Vocals can sound a bit less forgiving off solid-state amplifiers when listening to poorly recorded music for some genres of music like hard rock or metal. However, the balance in sound is a significant improvement, and introducing some mild EQ in the mid-range or pairing the headphones with a tube amplifier can improve the sound for subpar recordings. The soundstage of the Lyric 2 headphones is fairly open sounding compared to the typical sound I would associate with traditional closed-back headphones. While the soundstage isn't massive, it's also not claustrophobic. Listening to Tool's Fear Inoculum shows the impressive imaging and separation qualities the Lyric 2 has. Their slightly warmer than neutral timbre is also improved over the OG Lyric for guitars, cymbals, piano, and most instruments and vocals, presenting a more accurate tone than the first generation Lyric. Listening to Dire Straits' Private Investigation is an absolute pleasure, and the Lyric 2 excels with this type of well-recorded and produced music. The tone of the strings and piano keys are beautifully rendered along with Mark's vocals. The bass guitar starting around 349 on Private Investigation sounds full-bodied with excellent texture to its sound. When the lead guitar comes in around 405 on the song, I can clearly and concisely hear the improvements and better balance to the sound of the Lyric 2 over its predecessor. While the OG Lyric headphones bass may sound a bit fuller on some tracks, it sounds looser and has some bleed into the mids, not sounding as accurate as the new second generation Lyric headphones. During the last couple of minutes of Private Investigations, the piano keys and guitar sound more balanced and precise, whereas the OG Lyric presented them with a sharper, more piercing quality to their sound that I find fatiguing. Another great track to compare some of the improvements in sound is Time from Pink Floyd. The opening bells and chimes are not harsh or glaring sounding on the Lyric 2, whereas on the OG Lyric, they sound harsh, piercing, and too aggressive for my preferences. You can hear more great examples of the improvement in the balance of the headphones throughout the entire song when it comes to vocals, instrument timbre, and the smoother treble and upper mid-range. Okay, so for my preferences, the Lyric 2 has been improved over the OG Lyric in almost every way possible regarding sound quality. If you are a current owner of the OG Lyric, I believe the second generation Lyric headphones are a worthy upgrade from the original Lyric headphones. Briefly comparing the Meze Liric 2 with the DCA E3 headphones is interesting, as both are $2,000 and compete for the same market share in the closed-back headphone space. Both headphones have superb build quality, comfort, and good included accessories. The weight of the E3 is heavier, sitting at 455 grams, and they are a bit harder to drive than the Lyric 2 headphones with a sensitivity of 90 dB per milliwatt, which is important to consider if you are taking the headphones on the go. I find the fit and balance of the Meze Liric 2 to be superior for the shape of my head and face compared to the E3 headphones, but the larger openings of the E3's pads will be preferred for users with larger ears. Honestly, they are both superb headphones, and it will come down to the shape of your head and ears which will be a better fit. Both headphones have good tunings that will appeal to many listeners, and you can always use EQ, tone control, or tube amps to modify the sound of the headphones more to your liking. Like with all things in audio, it will come down to your personal preferences and the rest of your audio chain which headphones you may prefer more. I hear more upper mid-range energy in the DCA E3, which some may prefer. However, the Lyric 2 sounds a bit more relaxed than the E3 in the upper mids, while still sounding tight and very defined. With poor quality recordings, some listeners may prefer the slightly more forgiving sound of the Meze Liric 2 headphones. Both closed-back headphones have impressive sound stages, and the Lyric 2 will surprise many listeners with outstanding imaging, separation, and very good air on their soundstage. The E3 still sounds the more open and better layered of the two headphones, but the Lyric 2 isn't far behind, and some will prefer the slightly warm, defined, and exciting sound of the Lyric 2 versus the E3's slightly more analytical sound with greater top end and upper mid-range emphasis. I don't find either of the headphones fatiguing, even though they both have present treble regions, and the systems they use to help better render those higher frequencies are well implemented in both headphones. However, the DCA E3 does sound slightly brighter of the two headphones. Both headphones do a great job presenting macro and micro details in the music. I think either headphone would be enjoyable for casual and analytical listening sessions. So honestly, I don't think there's a clear winner in this comparison, and I could easily see someone owning both pairs of headphones, as there are enough differences in sound to make them both headphones a listener may want to have in their collection. The best way to know, of course, is to get out to CanJam or your local dealer like us to give them both a listen side by side and see which headphones better fit with your fit, finish, and sound preferences. If you love the original sound of the first generation Meze Liric, the improvements in the Lyric 2 make it a worthy upgrade. Many thanks to Meze Audio for sending out the Lyric 2 headphones for us to check out and share our thoughts. Meze, you've done a tremendous job improving the sound quality of the Lyric line of closed-back headphones, and I can easily recommend them to listeners looking for a luxurious, well-built, and excellent-sounding pair of closed-back headphones for around $2,000. If you're interested in trading up your old headphones, amplifiers, or other gently used audio gear for a new set of headphones or a new amplifier, check out the links in the video description to our trade-up program, and don't forget, we will price match other authorized dealers. We have some cool videos coming this year with new product announcements, so please consider subscribing to our channel today. From $150 earphones to multi-million-dollar home audio, cinema, and automation systems, TSAV is a hi-fi enthusiast paradise for building the system of your dreams. So let's start the conversations in the video comments on what you think of the new Meze Liric 2 headphones. While you're there, smash that like button for us. Until next time, friends, remember, let the music be your guide.